If it's Saturday night, 10 o'clock on that dial,
you already know.
That means it's Saturated Saturdays. Welcome to the Effing Podcast.
Welcome.
I'm your host, Branson.
I am your co-host, Kelli Jo.
B.D.U.B in the building.
Budha.
And in the words of the great Tone Loc, let's do it. So before we, get into the topics and stuff, I want to send out a couple of special shout outs.
LLP.
Definitely LLP. I want to shout out my man, Josh Autry. I met him through Facebook. One of my Facebook friends found out he was in the hospital recovering from COVID.
Yeah.
He's on the good side of it now. You might see him sometimes on my posts. He's a real big hip hop fan. Me and him go back and forth on Wu-Tang and Mobb Deep all the time. But I wanted to shout him out, get better, you know what I'm saying? When you get up and running, I'm definitely going to come rock with you and stuff. So, that being said, definitely prayers. Then I want to think somebody got married today.
Yes.
Did somebody get married today? I want to say somebody got married today. I'm not for sure, but I think somebody got married today. So I want to send a special shout out to my cousin Rondra Willis on her special day. I love you, baby.
Congrats.
I wasn't able to partake in it. COVID got a lot of stuff messed up, but I did not forget. And just, shout out to you and your husband. You know what I'm saying? I'm so happy for you, and I love you, baby. We'll talk later. So now that I got that out of the way, shout out Celestial Treats.
Shout out
pregame.
Yes.
8th and Fancy.
Shout out to you, boo.
Cookie Sweets and Things.
Shout out.
And we will jump into the show right now. We're going to jump into the final week of the Derek Chauvin case. He decided that he was going to plead the fifth.
I plead fifth.
Plead fifth.
I ain't got nothing
plead
to say.
the fifth. He don't want to talk, and I really don't blame him. I probably would have pled the fifth
He
too.
did the right thing, because like I said before, ain't nothing you can say that anybody gonna listen to.
Just see how the cookie crumble, because if you say anything, it's going to open the door to a whole bunch of questions that are probably going to get you a lot more time than you're probably already facing. So we'll be waiting. It'll be, I believe, closing arguments for next week. And then after that, we'll be waiting on the verdict. And I guess that kind of leads into this next topic, which there was another shooting in Minneapolis, same area.
Yep.
It was a female officer. She says that she got confused. It was an accident. She didn't know the difference between her
9mm and a taser.
And her taser, that's what she told us. And, I happened to see the news conference when it, after this happened, the police chief's up there, and the police chief was just, he was overwhelmed. He was just completely overwhelmed. And I was like, he probably gonna quit.
Yeah, and he did.
Lo and behold, he quit because he was just overwhelmed.
He couldn't deal with it.
He don't want to be responsible when the city get burned down.
He didn't want nothing to do with that. He had nothing to do with that. She done put him in this situation, and he just wants no parts.
Well, first of all, to me, it's like, if I'm the police chief, you really want me to go out and tell these people that it was an accident? You've been on the force 26 years, and you really want me to get ready to go in front of these news cameras and tell these people bad judgment?
He wasn't going to do that. He was smart enough not to do that.
No, he did it.
I mean,
but after he did it, he
thought about it, and I can't do this. I got to go. You see what I'm saying? So basically, that right there just gives you your answer, being the fact that he left.
Yeah, and then they always pony out all the black people they can muster up to settle the situation down. The mayor's black. He's under heavy duress. They brought out some other black guy. It's just a lot going on, and we have to really sit and think. We should have been sat and thought, our police officers are out of control. Like they're just completely out of control. Like they don't understand how to de-escalate situations.
That's what they're trained to do. So they know what to do. They just decide not to do it because they can get away with it.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. Because you're trained how to de-escalate situations. You see what I'm saying? That's just what you're supposed to do. That's your job. So you just choose not to do it, like I said, because you know you can get away with it.
Because in none of these situations, the situation in Virginia, just you know, if you're following these things, like the officer never tries to calm the situation down, especially the one in Virginia. Like, you know, you could have told old boy, like, your tags is bad. Like,
right.
you could have yelled out, there's a problem with your tags, that's why you're being stopped. Like, police officers act like you can't ask them anything. Mm-hmm. And, you know, maybe that might save, you know, some things. But I have another idea, especially on those type of infractions. But back to the lady in Minneapolis. 26 years. This woman has put this uniform on for 26 years. I know there have been changes made over time that, you know, she was new to and stuff like that.
There was no change that was made over time that's gonna make you mistake your gun for a taser. That don't matter how many, you know, I mean, 26 years, you know the difference. So it's nothing. There's no way you can mistake that. She knew what she was doing.
You know, it's just the little things that bother you once you really sit down and really think about some of these situations going on. Like, lady, you even yell taser. You're telling me there's no weight difference in a fully loaded 9mm and the taser? Like, there's no, like, you know,
there's a difference in color.
Yeah, it's a difference in feel where the trigger's at. You know what I mean? There's no way you can mistake the two. There's no way.
What we got, Budha? Because I've been talking. I haven't. Shout out all my loyal followers, listeners, all the new people. Shout out. Appreciate y'all watching this week. We got so much to talk about tonight. Lord knows how long we going tonight.
It's going to be a long show.
It is. Hang in there with us, but we're going to have fun.
Hey, FM fam.
What up?
Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Yo, what's good, fam?
What's good?
Hey, y'all. 26 years on the force and in union. Yup. SMH, she reacted before thinking. To make it worse, she was training another officer.
Yeah, like
I mean,
right.
Really, like, wow, this is what we're putting out on the street.
They're following their training. This is exactly what they're trained to do to us. It's time to start. Stop easily forgiving so easy due to these murders.
I agree.
Yeah.
She yelled taser to cover her behind.
Exactly.
That's what I thought. Shoot first, then ask questions. SMH. He was on the phone with his mother when they killed him. I can't even imagine.
Man, listen.
Craziness. And so we're gonna touch on. It's Daunte Washington, is it?
Right.
I don't want to mess his name up.
Daunte Wright.
Daunte Wright. Okay, I don't want to mess his name up. Does anything change because his mother's white?
No.
No, but this is one of the key differences when you are a white woman raising a black man.
Okay.
She never told him the differences in how to deal with a cop.
Okay. Because I think that's one of the things that are playing into this story even more, is that his mother is white.
Yes.
Raising a black man. And if what you're saying is true, and she didn't put him on to...
She didn't know. She didn't, I mean, I can't, you know, like, she didn't grow up, you know.
Which opens us that up to a whole
nother you know,
conversation.
So she didn't know. She never experienced that to tell him, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know.
White women who have these black sons who aren't, you know, that's why I was getting on what's called, like, you know, when you're not around your child and your son or daughter is by a person of another color, what are they getting, or what are they getting from the other side of the family? You see what I'm saying? And that's why I ask people who have biracial kids, like when they're not with your family, what's the other side of the family putting into their head? Along with, does the other side of the family even really interact with them? Mm-hmm. You know, and like I say, this is different because we bring into play the white mom with the black kid. So this is, you know, I'm sure this has played out before. This is nothing new, but as far as all the publicity being put on this case, that is one of the elements of it. Mm-hmm. So, you know, but in all actuality, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
These cops are doing a piss poor job de-escalating these situations. Like I said, they're not doing their jobs.
They're escalating the situation.
They're escalating. They're not making
the situations no better than what they're supposed to be. Like, correct. Like you're not doing your job. Like, what is your point?
You already know that the suspect is going to be hostile. This is nothing new. Like, you know, you need to go into the situation if you're not already knowing that this person is going to be a little bit pissed off or whatever.
Especially if you got a gun in my face telling me to calm down. What the fuck? That's backwards as hell.
Not just pissed off. They're going to be, especially if they're of color, they're going to be scared out their minds. Because, like I said, I think I heard this on the Don Lemon show. Like a person of color's biggest fear is blue lights flashing in that black window. Mm-hmm. There's nothing scarier than that.
Even when you ain't got no warrants, you ain't got everything straight on your car, you know, you ain't got nothing. Them lights still scare you.
Exactly.
You know, they still make you paranoid. You know, regardless if you doing everything in your life right. Them lights will fuck you up. And don't be listening to no good music in the car and they got sirens on the radio.
Oh, hell no.
That'll make you up even more. I know. Scared shit out myself a couple times.
So that in itself, you know, we and I said, I believe the war on drugs is what pushed the police to this authoritative power that they have. The police have always been in this position. Yes, we know that.
Nah, it was the war on niggas that started.
The war on drugs and letting them militarize the police, let them do whatever. Coming out, jump out boys. All this stuff going on with the police, and now you're trying to rein them back in, but that's just like the seeds you sowed. That's
they
like
put the drugs in our community so they can police us, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And do what they doing to us.
It's a sad outlook when the people that you're supposed to be able to trust the most, you don't trust at all. You don't want to see a police officer unless you've been wrong. But if you're just driving,
even if you was wrong, you don't want to see the motherfuckers. You ain't gonna take you to jail. I don't want to see them either way it goes. If I'm wrong, go right. Stay the fuck away from me.
And you know, and see, I've been the person who's gone to jail just for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's just how crazy you.
Here we go.
Anyway,
you forgot last week's story.
No, all right.
I got you though.
I forget though. But you know, it's just we're going to fast forward past it. And we're going to get back to the, you know, they're just out of control. And you know, you'll be like, well, there aren't any bad ones. And it's like, well, where the hell are the good ones to combat the bad ones? Like, I know of a few good ones. I do. I'm not going to front, but there needs to be more said. It needs to be more, and it needs to come from within. Like how we always say, black people aren't going to stop racism. White people are going to be the ones who stop racism. They're going to be the ones who stop it dead in the track. With police, it's going to come from internally. They're going to have to stomp out these problems that they have on the inside. This is nothing that, well, citizens can't help, you know, by joining the force and sticking to a certain moral code, a moral fiber about yourself.
They can, but when you have them corrupt ass ones, they're not gonna make it easy for the new ones that's trying to do right. Because that's all in what they're trying to do. They're not gonna make it easy for the ones really trying to come in there and do right. They're not.
I mean, if you think about it, you know how easy it is for police officers to make extra money.
Yeah, I know.
just how easy it is for them.
Yeah,
to
a lot
make.
of blackmail. A lot of blackmail and conspiracies. Extortion, exactly. That's how they can make extra money. That's how they make extra money.
So you're trying to tell people to go into this field where, just like politics, money is heavily influenced in it. Like I say, the military and the police are the two most well-funded organizations in our country. They just give them money just because. But we're going to have to find a middle ground in between us and our policing. It's going to have to come from somewhere.
Leave us alone. You got to worry about what's bothering you. Don't come for us. We won't come for you. You know what I'm saying? Leave us the fuck alone.
Okay. Back to that point though. When it comes to traffic, like, traffic things, let the cameras that they've installed catch you. Let them send those tickets out. Cut down on the interaction between police and people. Cut down on it.
I don't know, because the interaction between police and people is what got a lot of this shit out here that people wasn't seeing. So if I see anything wrong, I know I'm going to turn my camera on. You know what I'm saying? Because I might be saving somebody's life nowadays. The way shit is, you know what I'm saying? Like I think keep that, because like I said, that's what's opening a lot of eyes. We get a lot of shit on camera, even though it's not. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing it and it's not really helping, but it's helping. You know what I'm saying? It's opening up eyes. Like I say keep that going on, because you never know when we weren't recording, this stuff was going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now that we do have cameras and that technology, when we see shit, we can record it. It's just out in the open. But things that have been going on for years with us and police and, racism and all this stuff now is being seen more when it wasn't.
What I'm saying is, when it comes to just traffic, like you want to give a speeding ticket or stuff like that, that's what these cameras are for now. You've installed all these, you put money into these millions of dollars and stuff like that. Let them do their job. That's something you don't have to worry about. Do real police work. Traffic stops aren't really kind of, you can let they ran a red light. Oh, okay, let the camera caught it.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that. Because they got to have something to say. Then you know you were going 2 miles over the limit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it have to be something. You know what I'm saying? So
we have to cut down the interactions with them and people and the citizens. That's first and foremost. That'll stop cut down on craziness. I'm not going to say it's going to stop anything, but it'll cut down on some of it. Because when you pull the kid over in Minneapolis, anybody who's driving knows that if your tags are bad, especially in COVID times, man, there's a backlog at the DMV. You ain't going to be able to get stuff done right away. So, that's another reason why it really shouldn't have happened. The tags were dead. Boom. Okay, who cares?
Okay, yeah, tags. Okay, fine. Yeah,
you could have got them, sent them a ticket or something like that.
Yeah, you can pull them over, gave them a ticket, and let that be it. All that extra stuff didn't have to happen. So regardless if his tags was good or bad, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have to, it didn't have to happen to him. So if they would have did their job correctly, that would have never happened. But so regardless about his tags, yeah, he had bad tags. He was around with bad tags all the time. You can get stopped if you have bad tags. Yes, you know that.
But in the times of COVID, the DMV backlog. It's a 2 to 3 month wait on just certain things. So you pulling somebody over certain things is kind of asinine to me. You're kind of looking for trouble.
Something.
Yeah,
that's
you're
what they
looking
do. They
for
go
trouble.
out to work every day and look for something.
We need to stop that. We as citizens need to tell them, look, y'all need to cut the bull out. I know they'll be like, well, sometimes when we do traffic stops, we catch certain, and sometimes, and most of the time you don't. It's just a routine traffic stop.
And then you're mad because you ain't catching it.
So, I just think that we need to cut down on police and citizen interaction in some way. That would help a little bit. What we got? Because we still got more foolishness. We got more foolishness. It was a week of foolishness.
Me either, Kimmy. So sad. He's on the phone with his mom. Nope. Oh shoot. Oh, see, we still learning.
we learning. We learning.
She was on the phone with him. Nope, that's on. I went too far. I'm sorry. Here we go. Nope. His father might have had that talk with him. A mother is a mother. The pain does not have a race. This mother lost a child. Exactly.
Yeah.
Trust me, they know that. You are no white.
Exactly what she said.
Drink.
Okay, drink.
Not. Oh, trust me, they know that you are not white. She was on the phone with him giving him instructions. She did teach him also his black father is in the home. The blame is only with the officer. I told my son, don't move at 14 or 15. Don't move when I got pulled over.
Exactly.
It was not the war on drugs. It started with slave catchers. White supremacy does not stop. It just changes form.
That is correct.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it, I'm just saying once they militarize the police, then we really, we're dealing with all types of craziness for them now.
Look it up. President Biden signed quietly to send the military vehicles back to the police. Nobody paid attention.
Exactly.
I came in at the perfect time.
Come on, welcome in.
White people not going to end racism. That's the most foolish thing I've ever heard.
Well, it'll never end then, because they're the only ones who can stop it.
No, it'll eventually end.
Christmas bonus for tickets or holidays accrued that write tickets. Why would they stop it when it serves them?
Exactly.
Power concedes nothing without force. Never has, never will. Yes, the most foolish ever.
Damn.
Talk about racism. It's time for boots to start getting smoked and accountability throughout.
I already know that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, who's going to be the first one to smoke boots? Zimmerman ain't even get his boots smoked.
Shit.
He get ready to enjoy another summer. Get ready to be nice this year. Nobody smoked him. And the thing that I really think about, and I might be a twisted individual, is you know how well taken care of that person would be? Whoever smoked Zimmerman, you'd be taking, you'd be locked up. You might get off, but you'd be living like a king.
Yeah.
Just my thoughts on my spare time. That's all.
I put some money on your books.
Look, I'll put money on your books.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
I know some chicks that set up conjugals. So look, you'll live good.
Man, so I was wondering where you were. Be talking crazy. Just in time. The police aren't going to change until your local power structure supports said change. Stop suing police, individuals, and unions.
No, start somewhere.
You mean start?
Yeah.
He a Biden lover, so it's kind of tricky.
Yeah, Biden sucks.
I agree with that. Hit him in the pockets. Replying, I'm in some conversation. That's not going to work. The police are fraternal order. Orders don't just get hurt in pockets.
So that's where you start.
Yeah, you got to hit them in the pockets. The only change is going to come from us. We have to replace these folks in seats. We have to hold our community to the same standard we hold everyone else to.
So voting is important. That's
no shit.
I'm just throwing that out there.
In every charter, in every city, you can form your own police militia. Yes, my political brother Mansa Musa, we as black people need to educate ourselves on local elections. We're the worst generation of African Americans in history.
That's not true.
Just not vibe.
Start. My mistake. That's the union. I know we know what you mean.
They say I'm a Biden lover. No, I wanted to get rid of Trump. I wasn't really a Biden lover. I just wanted to see somebody else besides that dude. Now that Biden's in office, he's free game to be picked apart like any other president. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a Biden lover per se. I think he has done some good things. So since he's been in office, some people didn't benefit from them, but some people did. So, you know, you can't be mad about that. You can be, but you can't be.